Yes, YouTube. Welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Ollie, aka the Mizster, and this is my method. In today's video, I want to talk about Kevin Samuels and the viral video or the viral interview of when he referred to the female as "you're just average at your best. You are average at your best." Now, I want to give my views because I think there are a lot of good things from the video and a lot of bad things from the video. First of all, if you're new, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I hope you enjoy the video and you take good things from it anyway. Now let's get into it. Kevin Samuels, who is he? He's a relationship coach, lifestyle coach. He focuses on both sides of the spectrum, the male side and the female side of dating, relationships, marriages, the whole thing. On Thursdays, he has what he calls a disagreement day or a disagreement topic, where he invites females to call in and basically state their views on what they don't agree with. So if Kevin says A, the female says, "No, I don't agree with A. I think you did this and this and wrong. My view on A is this." So on Thursdays, he's going through his list. He tells he has a Zoom or a phone platform that the females call in, and the female who's trending calls in on the Thursday, and immediately you could see that Kevin Samuels is upset. I always tell the guys you have to be able to control your emotions, and you could clearly see that he was angered and he got a bit upset or irate in terms of why she called in and said what she said. Now, remember, the Thursday show is based on disagreements. The female who's trending called in looking for like a free consultation, and Kevin Samuels basically, it comes across a bit passive aggressive for me, and it's not because he's talking to a female. He's just passive aggressive, and if you watch the video or the interview, you will say he will say something like, "I'm gonna use this as an example." So you could already see his intentions were not truly to help the female, in my opinion. The female owns a business, and Kevin Samuels basically says to her, "Do you own a business? So if you own a business, then you should understand that my consultation and my coaching is a business." So basically, he was implying that she wasn't respecting him and she wasn't respecting his platform. So by him taking the call, he was going to use it as a learning curve to people to basically respect his business. And which, look, in my opinion, you're there to help people. Yes, she probably knew what she was doing by calling in, but at the same time, I feel like if you're a coach, you should be able to help anybody, whether it's free or not free. Yes, it's good to get money for what you do, but at the same time, don't use her as a scapegoat or as an example to belittle her, as it were. But yes, anyway, he goes on to do that. So let's continue. So the female in question, she's a business owner. She owns a dog company, pet company, and she earns 6 figures a year. The good thing about Kevin Samuels is he welcomed her into what I call the Matrix, and he basically opened her eyes to the social economic statuses of reality of the world. The female was, quote unquote, actually I'm not going to get to that part, I'll do that at the end. The female was, in her mind, a high value female, and she wanted to attract higher value males. Now we can talk about red pill content, and I'll speak about hypergamy and how hypergamy comes into this as well. But then there's also an element of cognitive dissonance, when you say one thing and you really mean something else. And I think Kevin Samuels does this really well. He is good at what he does, and I can see why he works well and he has a big following. But what I didn't like was the fact that in the way that he showed the female reality, I think he made it worse for her. But we'll continue and let's see what you guys think anyway. And I'd love to know your comments as well. If you've seen the interview, let me know what you thought as well. So he basically asks her, like, how do you think you can attract higher value men based on how you are currently? So the female's, I'm gonna say mid to late 30s. She had a 13-year-old son, and she wanted to attract another higher earner than her. And Kevin Samuels asked her, who are you currently attracting? She said, I'm currently attracting lower value males, basically. And Kevin Samuels asked her, why do you think you can attract higher value males? And she said, because of my status and I have a good body. And Kevin Samuels basically said, do you think your current situation and your current, the way you look currently, the way you look currently qualifies yourself to attract higher value males? And she was like, yes. And Kevin Samuels basically said, no, you don't, directly. I mean, in the nicest way possible. Bear in mind, he was, in my opinion, he was still being derogatory, and he does certain idiosyncrasies, in my opinion. But I do feel that he knew what he was doing, and as much as he was trying to be nice with it, he knew what he was doing. Don't get me wrong, I think the female fell for the traps, but I also feel like the female was a bit slow with it. So he says directly to her, you're middle-aged, you have a child, which single men of high status do not find attractive. But then, now this is like in my opinion, when I watched it, I thought it was a magician trick. You know when a magician says, pick a number between 0 and 10, but when they do 0 and 10, they'll click here. So automatically your brain thinks 8, 9, 10, 7, 8, 9, 10. So Kevin Samuels says, on a scale of 1 to 10, how attractive do you think you are? And the woman, Kevin Samuels says, he asks her, how attractive do you think you are as a female? She says, he said, sorry, take 3. Kevin Samuels asked the female, how attractive are you on a scale of 1 to 10, but you can't say 7. The use of 7 automatically takes the ability away from her to say 8 to 10. So she says 7. In her mind, earlier she stated, yeah, I have a great body. She knows her face isn't fantastic. Hey, looks are subjective, right? You might think I'm a 10, she might think I'm a 2. It's subjective. However, she says, which I thought was just crazy, she says, I'm a 5 in the morning. I'm a 5 in the morning, and then when I put makeup on, I'm a 6. Bro, and this is when Kevin Samuels now said, oh, okay, so you're average at best. Average, obviously it's average, middle, mid-range, medium, average. And that's where the term and the video started trending. You're average at your best. The female basically set it up for him. Now, you could see that she was hurt. As brave as she was, you could tell that it was hurting her. But the facts are, and this is where the red pill and female nature comes into it. The facts are, females always want to date up. Don't ever think differently. It's hypergamy. She wants her best option. Always wants her best option. She earns 6 figures. She believes she's entitled to a 6-figure man. Kevin Samuels talks about the high echelon of females. The top 5% of males, top 10% of males only earn 6 figures or above in America anyway. I'm from England, but those are the figures that he was putting out there. He says 10%. I truly believe it's 5%, more than 5%, because we have social media now. Social media makes things a lot difficult and portrays images of things that females want and aspire to be and feel that they are entitled to. But it comes down to hypergamy. She always wants her best option. If you're a high value female, you believe that you can attract a high value male. High value males look for certain things as well, you know. And in her case, she had a child, and she was average looking, and she could only attract lower value females. I was speaking in earlier videos. You can only attract the guys that you don't want, but the guys that you really want, you can't attract. you know. And I wonder why females can't attract the guys that they really want to. You know, there's certain things that you have to look in yourself, and certain things that you can only perceive. But the good thing is Kevin Samuels brought her to reality, and the reality is you can only attract what you truly qualify for. Don't let your status and your money give you false hope, basically. Yes, you can work with coaches and they can give you confidence. Don't get me wrong, the 10 out of 10 girls you can attract. But realistically, if you are a 2 or you are a 3 on the look scale, then you have to be a bit realistic with it. But yeah, no shade to Kevin Samuels. No shade to the female that was in the interview. But I just felt that by the way that he brought her to reality was a bit aggressive. There's certain ways of saying things. Another thing that I didn't like, and when you guys watch it, make sure, I hope you pick it up. And I've seen it in a lot of his other videos. I watched a video of him today. When he doesn't like something, he cuts the female off. I don't think the female finished more than 2 sentences. He's very quick to jump in, and I don't know if that's an ego thing or if that's I don't know. I really don't know. I think it's very rude. Like but again, he didn't like the fact that she was on his disagreement day show. So I feel like maybe if it was a normal client that was paying him, maybe he would have a bit more respect there. But I do feel like he was trying to prove a point there. But I watched a video of his today, this morning. It's like 8 p.m. here in England, 8 a.m. sorry. I watched the video. I don't sleep well, so yeah. Anyway, I was up this morning and a female she basically came on and was saying derogatory things about black men in America, and he didn't like it at all. He didn't even give her a chance, and he hung up the phone. So I don't know if that's an ego thing or he doesn't have the time to have the conversations on his platforms. But yeah, let me know what you think about the video. I do feel like the female came to reality, but I do feel like the way that he shoved it down her throat, keep it PG, was not the best, was not the nicest way possible. But then sometimes hard love is the best, you know, is the best way. But yeah, those are my thoughts on the video. I think he's a great coach. I think he does a great job. I like the way he paces his questions. The questions that he asks are really good. I also like the way that he doesn't repeat questions. Like he makes the interviewer think. But yeah, there's different approaches, different methods. Let me know your thoughts, guys. It was fun. If you like the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe as well. Leave a comment as well. Let me know what you thought about the video. If you haven't seen the interview, I highly recommend it. You see a little bit about female nature and hypergamy. You learn a lot about higher value males, lower value males, and basically reality. We have to be realistic. If you're a high value male, you want to attract high value females. But if you're a high value male in your mind and you can only attract lower value females, then the question is, are you really a high value male? I'll leave you with that. I'll see you in the next one. Keep learning, keep growing, keep leveling up. Have a good day.